Racist cop hits Floyd. Mayweather with a cop baton, instant payback, hits him so hard when he realizes the warm Nevada sun beat down on the bustling streets of Las Vegas, as Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated boxing legend, stepped out of his gleaming black Rolls Royce. Dressed casually in a designer tracksuit, gold chains glinting under the sunlight, he walked into a local corner store to pick up a bottle of water. Unbeknownst to him, an incident was brewing right outside the store. Officer Riley Thompson, a hot-tempered cop with a reputation for targeting minorities, was patrolling the area. Thompson had a chip on his shoulder that day, fuming over personal issues and looking for someone to vent his frustration on. As Mayweather exited the store, sipping his water, Riley's eyes locked on him. Despite the boxer's relaxed demeanor, Riley immediately jumped to conclusions. In his mind, Mayweather's expensive car, flashy attire, and the entourage waiting nearby signaled trouble. "Hey, you! Stop right there!" Riley barked, stepping out of his patrol car with an aggressive stance. Mayweather turned, puzzled by the sudden confrontation. "You talking to me?" he asked, his tone calm but firm. "Yeah, I'm talking to you. What are you doing around here? This isn't your neighborhood," Riley sneered, his hand resting ominously on his baton. Mayweather, aware of how quickly situations like this could escalate, remained composed. "I just stopped to get water. Is that a problem, officer?" Riley's eyes narrowed. "Don't get smart with me. Let me see some ID." The boxer's patience was wearing thin. "Do you know who I am?" he asked, pulling his wallet out. Riley snatched the ID without looking at it. "I don't care who you are. Around here, you follow my orders, or there'll be consequences." The crowd that had started to gather murmured in disbelief. People recognized Mayweather, and some began recording on their phones, sensing the injustice unfolding. Riley, oblivious to the murmurs and cameras, escalated the situation. "Step over here and put your hands on the car," he barked, pulling out his baton. Mayweather raised his hands, his frustration evident. "I haven't done anything wrong. Why are you treating me like this?" That was all it took for Riley to snap. "I said, hands on the car," he yelled, striking Mayweather across the shoulder with his baton. The crowd gasped. Mayweather staggered but didn't fall. His years in the ring had prepared him for impacts far worse than this. Slowly, he turned to face Riley, his eyes blazing with controlled fury. "You just made a big mistake," Mayweather said, his voice steady but laced with authority. Riley smirked, clearly underestimating the man before him. "Oh, yeah? And what are you going to do about it?" Before Mayweather could respond, an older man in the crowd shouted, "Do you even know who that is? That's Floyd Mayweather." Riley froze, his smirk faltering. He quickly glanced at the ID in his hand and realized the magnitude of his mistake. His face paled as the name and reputation of Floyd Mayweather sank in. Mayweather stepped closer, his presence commanding the officer's attention. "You think you can abuse your power and get away with it? Not today." At that moment, several luxury SUVs pulled up, and Mayweather's legal team and personal security stepped out. One of his lawyers, a sharp-dressed woman named Vanessa Grant, approached Riley. "You just assaulted my client, who happens to be one of the most recognizable athletes in the world," Vanessa said coldly, "and there's a crowd of witnesses and video evidence to prove it." Riley stammered, "I didn't mean to." Vanessa cut him off. "Save it. You're going to need a good lawyer." By now, the crowd was chanting, "Justice for Floyd!" The cameras continued to roll, capturing every moment of Riley's downfall. As backup officers arrived, they assessed the situation and quickly realized the gravity of what had transpired. Riley was ordered to hand over his badge and baton on the spot. His supervisor, visibly embarrassed by the incident, apologized profusely to Mayweather. "I'm sorry this happened, Mr. Mayweather. Officer Thompson will be held accountable," the supervisor assured him. But Mayweather wasn't done. Turning to the crowd, he spoke with the passion of a man who had faced countless battles, both in and out of the ring. "This isn't just about me. This is about every black man who's been targeted unfairly, every person who's been mistreated because of the color of their skin. Enough is enough." The crowd erupted in applause, inspired by his words. In the days that followed, the footage of the incident went viral, sparking outrage across the nation. Riley faced criminal charges for assault and was publicly disgraced. The police department launched an internal investigation, leading to sweeping reforms aimed at preventing racial profiling and abuse of power. Mayweather, using his platform and resources, started an initiative to support victims of police brutality and promote equality. The incident, though painful, became a catalyst for change, reminding everyone that even the strongest among us can be vulnerable, but also that they can rise and fight for justice. Riley, now a disgraced former cop, watched from the sidelines as the man he underestimated turned his act of aggression into a powerful movement. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather continued to thrive, not just as a champion in the ring, but as a champion for justice, proving that true power lies in resilience, integrity, and the unwavering pursuit of equality.